Hey everybody, my name is the Radman, and we are back for another episode of PC Building Simulator. So, we are where we were in the last episode. We needed to upgrade this CPU, and speaking of which, let's actually put the USB in it now, since we have to run 3D Mark. So, let's also collect these two jobs, so they're out of our way. And, oh, the game was freezing a little bit. I've had issues with that. I might need to turn down the graphics a little or something. And, wait a second. Okay, guys, sorry about that. That was a lawnmower coming around the corner. Anyway, so we basically have this guy who is like, yada yada yada, please repair stuff for no money, but I'll pay you 4,000 at the end of it. I can't remember whether this guy has anything interesting happen if you do it, so we're gonna replace his hard drive because I'm pretty sure, like, we have two of these really bad hard drives, and if it isn't a 120G, but it's like a 500, we'll just buy it anyway because, I mean, I honestly can't. Oh, they changed the lighting! That's good. Unless, of course, this is what happens. I had to turn down the graphics because the game was lagging. Unless this is just what happens when the game lags too much. But I can actually see in the hallway. So, yeah, I'm not sure if this is a glitch or not. I may have to try turning up the graphics settings really quickly after this episode to make sure it's not a graphics setting thing. Okay, where's my... Oh. Did I forget to click order again? Probably. Yeah, I did that. Okay, we don't have any... Okay, yeah, we don't have any that must be completed, so... I mean, I would have ideally not liked to do that, but it's not too big of a deal. This guy needs a 500... Wait, what? Oh, duh, you have to open the drive bay. I'm like, wait a minute. How does this work? Okay, not this one. We need to unplug this. This guy. Come, there we go. And we also need to unplug this guy, if it'll detector. Okay, so we'll order a hard drive for this guy. Like I said, we're only losing about 50 bucks. And then since we're buying 3 components, we're only losing 60, but I gotta switch this guy out real quick. Okay, switch you. Now, what CPU do you need to be upgraded from what you are right now? Because our goal is always to please the customer. Of course, I'm about 90% sure this is gonna end up being the equivalent of your uncle from like Bulgaria or somewhere owes you like $66,000. Here's some money. I actually might have I think this is barely better. Holy crap! I cannot believe that. I was actually not expecting that. Anyway, let's get the thermal paste on it, the USB in, and then the air cooler on, and we will have this thing running. I don't know. I'm like, one part of me wants to just let the thing run, just to finish this, but the other part of me doesn't want to wait for it to finish because of how long it takes. Anyway, let's get it running. One thing we can always do is just order the parts for these two and then leave while 3D Mark is running, and it'll actually just finish up on its own, and then the computer will just be running overnight, which, let's be honest, that's what this one does anyway. I just cannot believe how lucky we got. I happen to have a barely better processor. Okay, buy that now. Close this. Make our way down the hall. Okay, grab our parts. And this guy should be done. Yep, he is. Good. And we'll swap you two out. Okay, I'm trying to remember. We need to check. Did you need to run 3D Mark? No. Okay, so we'll do this one first then, since it needs to run 3D Mark before it's done. Okay, we need to get our... Ooh, we do want fit this PC on. That can go very wrong if you try and install a part that doesn't belong. I didn't even realize I'd clicked that, but that would be a very bad thing to forget that you'd clicked. Anyway, let's get our USB in, get this installed, and then we'll replace that hard drive for that guy. And hopefully, like, I would be impressed if we got more than a penny from him, or if he actually... Let's remember this guy. So when we get done with him, I'm not going to delete this one, just because I really want to see if he actually follows up, or if it's just that's the end of it and he steals the hard drive, basically. Let's put this thing back on. Then while 3D Mark is running, we'll see if this scammer actually ever gets back to us, because I already know he's not gonna pay us, at least not the full amount, but it would be kind of entertaining to see if he pays us anything at all. Okay, anyway, let's get this sucker cabled up, fire up, and see just how badly things go for us. I forgot I had to tear off the other side. Oh, these are nice. They just click on. I really like these cases, even though it's a scammer's case at this point. Okay, while that's running, we'll turn these in, but we will not delete this one. Okay, not this one, discard this one, discard this. Oh look, he sent us another one! Greetings, we received the previous... Their final reward is being prepared for dispatch. Unfortunately, build the system on the following... Yeah, sorry. I would accept it, but I don't do 3D Mark scores, so I guess we won't see the end of that guy's thing. Darn it. We're also not doing that one either. So I'll keep this one just because that way if he ever gets back to us, we'll know who he is. Replace graphics cards easy. Those are both really easy ones. Are you done yet? No. Do we have any? No, we don't. Okay, so we already got done with the must complete job one, and you just got done. So let's leave you by the door. Since these are both replace, I don't think we'll have any choice but to just wait until tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, so none of these are anything I can order a part for. I mean, I could order memory, but if I only need like a 2 gig stick, it doesn't really make much sense buying like a 2, a 4, an 8, and a 16 just to cover all my bases. Hey, and there's our Sean Power King that finally came. I actually wonder, could you play this game with the lights off? I don't think I will because YouTube tends to darken things when they're uploaded. But, I don't know, I guess if you really wanted to save money, you could. Okay, replace graphics card. Do I have... I think I might actually have one of those in stock. 380. No. Let's see if I can plug in a different one, because I think I do have a 4 gig one. Come on, unplug. Let's just check. Well, duh, it's not going to show any items, because... Okay, out of the PC, then look. Okay. This one does have 4 gigs of RAM. Let's just actually look and see if it's better. So this is an R9 380 Gaming 4G. R9 380 Gaming 4G. R9. Ooh. This is a lot better card than I thought it was. So we'll just have to straight up replace this. So R9 380. Just check. I think it was a 4G, and it was. Okay. Add you. We'll see. Are you the diagnose and fix? No. Okay, so we have to replace the hard drive and replace your RAM. Okay, gotta remove this side to get to your hard drive, of course. So why would it be that easy? Okay, bring up the specs, please. It's a 2 terabyte. Okay, so we gotta get a 2 terabyte hard drive, and what else do we need? The RAM. Okay, 2 terabyte, and then a 4 gigabyte. I think it'll let you put in the equivalent. I think we'll have to see. If it doesn't say replace RAM, that does mean we need to buy this exact brand. But if it doesn't get mad at us, that means we can just use this 4 gig stick. Okay, so that was fine. So we just need a 2 terabyte hard drive. So storage, 2 terabyte hard drive. And we shall switch out you with the 2 terabyte guy and see. I'm guessing a significant part of your problem is dust, my friend. Because, yeah, you're just a tiny bit dusty. Just the tiniest little bit dusty. Blow off the dust, blow out the dust. Get all that dust off of this. I mean, sheesh, if only dust was this easy to remove off the outside of a case in real life. Though that does make me wonder, where are you keeping this that it gets this dusty on the outside of it? Because my inside of my case gets incredibly dusty. But the outside of the case, besides where the fans are for their filter, and the fans and the filters get dusty, obviously, but that's about the only thing that does on my computer. Key? Okay, so that means we either have a power supply or the motherboard is out. So of course we'll check the power supply first, because as I said, I like it if I don't have to replace the motherboard, so I always check that last, even though it arguably might save me more time if I just check the stupid motherboard first, since it's usually the motherboard, but we'll check the power supply anyway. Okay, remove you, I said remove you, and I think those, oh, the hard, you have to remove the PSU, oh, you can't remove this PSU shroud, interesting. Anyway, get these screws off, thank you. Then let's get that sucker detached so we can check out whether or not it's broken. Anyway, okay, take off the cover. This is a long, involved process. And if I had... Wait a second. I think it's either 2,000 or 3,000 will get you the automatic screw remover. Come on, get out. Thank you very much. I just remembered, if it is broken, we do have... It was... Darn it, we bought a downgraded version of it. Dang it. Okay, so we need 400... power supply. What wattage did it need? You needed 400 watt. Okay, default one is 450. That'll work out fine. Okay, and while we've got this open, let's take out the hard drive too, because I don't want to have to be buying another one of these if it's broken. Okay, you're not broken, so it's highly likely that the power supply is the only thing broken. So in that case, did I already check you? I believe I did. Yes, okay. So we have our 3 items. I'm going to shut that window. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Get next day delivery on these, and we'll call that a night. Okay, end the day. Good. We are making progress. Let's actually check. What was I thinking of? Oh yes! The quick screw tool is only 2,000! Oh, these two are my favorite tools I've used so far. And auto standoff is also pretty nice, but it's also quite a bit more expensive. But the good thing is especially, I think now we've gone beyond the point where we have, you know, low-paying jobs that are, you know, pretty stinking hard comparatively. I'm pretty sure now we're getting quite a few jobs that are pretty darn simple, actually. Oh, the graphics. I about had a heart attack. I was like, what's wrong with this thing? It's the exact same model. What is wrong with it? But it was just the fact that I forgot to plug in those two cables. I always forget that some of those, you have the two cables that stick out like that, and you need to use them. I always forget it. Always. Anyway. Good. We even have 1 day to spare, which is great. Okay, we'll swap you out. I believe you are just a hard drive. Okay, get you out of there, please. Thank you, and we'll put a new one in. Okay. Sell the broken one. Install you, and hook you back up. Because, oh yeah, the other thing was RAM. So you should be good. Get your parts back on you. Nice. Everything's working. I just love it when you buy things and everything actually works, instead of figuring out that you bought the wrong part after you're ready to install everything, which I have done before. I will admit to it, as I'm pretty sure pretty much almost anyone who's dealt with computers has done it at least once. Okay, get rid of you. I said get rid of it. I would have been so mad if it would have sold the new power supply too. I was like, please do not sell this power supply. I want all the jobs to be done at the same time. It makes me happy. Okay, you need to go there. You need to go there. And you need to go there. Start. It fires up. That's a giant improvement over what we had before. And it even boots to boot, which is great. Anyway, let's get this sucker completed because holy cow, we are powering through these people's PCs, which is great for us because we're making a lot of money off them for, like I said, relatively easy things once you know what you're doing. Of course, the first time I had to build a computer from scratch in this game, it took me 30 minutes just ordering parts. But once you do it like 50 times, which may or may not happen, then you get a tiny bit good at it. Maybe a little too good at it. I'm just kidding. I'm nowhere near the best player of this game, and I'd be insane if I said I was anywhere close to being a very good player of this game. Okay, you need to go away. You need to die. Yeah, sure, upgrade the graphics card. I don't care. You are fine. I can do that. It'll be fun. Diagnosing and fixing is always wonderful. Unless, of course, the graphics card that I had a graphics card once that broke on a $350 project. It was like way later in the game, back when like about $600 graphics cards were a thing. And I was not very happy with the fact that they sent me a PC with a graphics card so expensive that I lost the equivalent of almost 2 jobs just fixing it. But yeah, that was not very fun. I think I have those. Unless, of course, was it upgrade? Oh, it's upgrade. I think I have an upgrade to that, because I think the 1300X is an upgrade to this. So pop that sucker in there, close that, get some thermal paste on there so I don't have to pull the cooler off again, which I love doing. I mean, it doesn't take very long, but still makes me feel kind of stupid when I have to take the cooler I just barely stuck on there back off. Okay, put you in there, get 3D mark. I hate how long the USB takes compared to some of the other actions, because I always jump the gun on it. Okay, oh, that graphics card. I'll have to check the exact number, but it looks like we might have a direct upgrade to this type of graphics card. Okay, you are a 750 Ti gamer. I'm pretty sure that's like one of the bottom, if I remember right. So, oh yeah. The only thing we could put worse is a 1030 OC 2G. And I don't think we even have that. Yeah, we don't. So R9 280 GR8, how does that stack up? Okay, that's actually significantly better than that. Because we're gonna give this guy our crappiest card. I mean, it's the obvious thing to do, because when you can, get rid of your crappy cards. They are not worth keeping around. And the Wind Force ones, I do not want to unplug that, actually. Thank you very much. The Wind Force cards tend to be pretty terrible overall, so we'll get rid of this Wind Force. Okay, you need to go away. Okay, then plug you in and it should register you as an upgrade, which it does, which is always great. USB, I realized I forgot to restart you. Get you running, please and thank you. Darn it, I shouldn't have got so into fixing this one, because I missed my window of opportunity to have that one done by the time this one was ready. Darn. I always end up doing that though, where I get too into like checking which is better of, you know, 2 or 3 components. And it's like, hey, you could have been running 3D Mark on that computer. And I'm like, oh, I could have. Darn. Okay, we are level 6. Oh, that's a lot of money to build that thing. And we must be level 8 to even build that. So I think what we're going to do is, let's see, what are our payments going to be? $230. Okay, so we're going to make about $800. So I don't feel too bad about doing this, because I really want the quick screw tool. Because the quick cable tool is really useful if you're like putting together a new computer, but the quick screw tool is so much help on like those stupid PSU mounting slots, these things. I hate removing those so much just because they take so long to do. Anyway, let's check. What are you again? Oh, you're a diagnose and fix. Okay. We'll get you ready, and so when this guy finishes, we'll swap him out, and then we'll hopefully, I'm hoping we'll be able to just fix this guy. Set you there. Okay, let's see. Does it start? No. So, it is time to dig out the power supply. And blow out all the dust, obviously. Let's dig out the power supply first because I want to know if it's broken. Because dusting will be much easier if we end up having to actually remove everything. Oh, can I see that cable? I can. Oh, I can see the cable. Oh, I love it when I can see that cable. We're going to go order the auto screw tool. Okay, you. Thank you. Yeah, now get out. So this is what it does, basically. Eventually you can get a tool that actually auto-removes it, like they go out all the way instead of part of the way, but for now that'll be fine. You are broken. You are a very big power supply. Much bigger than I was anticipating. 650 watts. Thank you very much. Oh, let's actually check PCB. We don't have that much money. And I will take this because I can always use RAM and I can always use fans. So if I can get them cheaper than the shop, I can pretty much always use these. We'll also buy one of these, but yeah, it's not worth speculating on stuff like graphics cards and PC CPUs, that's the word for them, just because they end up getting outdated so fast anyway. Let's see, we got that ordered. How hard is this hard drive to access? Kind of annoying, except we do have our quick removal tool. So we'll just plop you out of there, please. Okay, storage, you are fine, which means that it is highly likely that this thing will be fixed if we just get a new power supply. Which I don't mind one bit, because I personally don't like having to strip it down to the bare bones and then reassemble everything from the ground up. Unless, of course, I'm just making a new computer, which, I mean, at that point, it's like, it's practically what you're doing on some of these diagnosing missions. Anyway, Okay, let's order you. Oh, that's a lot of money for a power supply. I realized I should have thought about this. Darn. I always make that mistake where I forget to get the new jobs. Okay, that's fine. And no. No, 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 no. No. I've also heard, like, on the forums that at least of the last update of the game, it was actually, like, pretty much impossible to make money on a 3D Mark score over... It was either 3,500 or 4,000, just because of how expensive the parts needed to upgrade are. And I mean, you could try overclocking, but I personally don't want to open up that can of worms because that's how you end up frying stuff. Okay, yeah, you should be good because you may not be the same model, but you are pretty much the exact same in every other way imaginable. As far as wattage goes, thank you. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I cannot miss that like 8 times in a row. Very good. Let's fire up. Yes! We did it. And we didn't even have to buy a new motherboard, which I love. Oh, and I love this screw mounting tool. Makes these cases so much nicer, because any cases with 4 screws are literally the worst before you get that tool. But now, they are just easy. Because it doesn't matter how many screws there are. All you have to do is move the mouse over them, and it's like they don't even exist. Probably should have... Okay. How many dead power supplies can we have in a row here? That's what the question is at this point. Okay, I just want to unplug this. Okay, you are done. Take this off, and take you out, and please be broken. You are broken, and I actually do have a replacement for you, which is wonderful. Okay, cable you up. Good. Very good. And very good. Start. Did not diagnose and fix it, so what's missing now? No boot device, so that means the hard drive is defective. Easy enough. Hopefully it is not a... Ooh, it's a 250 gigabyte. Can we cheat the system by using two 120s to add up to... That's only 240. Heck. I was like, we're totally going to cheat the system by getting 250 by adding two 120s. That's not how math works, though. Not at all. Do we? Okay, whatever. Those drives are just... Oh, yeah, I need to pay that. I really do need to keep my electricity on. I mean, it's kind of important. Okay, so we'll have to actually wait to finish this until later, but we got pretty darn close. 1050 Gaming X2G. Nice. I think that's actually a... Ooh, never mind. That's a very low-end card. Yeah, 1050 Gaming to X2G. Okay. E-I-O-U, yada yada U. Dang, they have a 2G. Let's see if this the 750 Ti is like lower. Yes, it is. Because here's what they have. No, wait, they have. Is it an X or just a 2G? X2G. Okay, so we had a 2G anyway. That wouldn't have worked. Let's see. I think the R9 is actually better than that, though. Yes, it is. Good. So that means we can finish 2 out of our 3 missions. Not quite as good as 3 out of 3, obviously, but still commendable. Get rid of our graphics cards. Don't mess around with the graphics cards too long. Okay, put you in. Get 3D Mark running. Good. Put your case back on. Thank you. And we'll probably leave this one running overnight. Or I might even... I really wish, like, one thing I really wish they would add to Shadow Play is a thing so that you can... Oh, I forgot you were just restarting. You weren't running. I really wish that they would add the ability to see how long you've been recording somewhere, but like not have it show up in the video, just so I could see it. Because right now it's complete guesswork as to how long I've been playing, which means that I sometimes record for far longer than necessary. I also just realized this might be telling me... I'll have to double check, but this might actually be telling me the 3D Mark score of every part. Interesting. So I guess if you liked doing math, and that's actually how this works, if this is even what this is measuring, I guess you could do 3D Mark scores pretty easily, but I still don't like doing them, so I won't. Anyway, let's turn in that... I said turn in that job. Okay, 350 bucks. Upgrades. Ooh. Oh, it's just upgrading. That's fine. Because all we gotta do is run Will It Run on his computer, and it'll tell us exactly what to buy, which is very nice. And I think we're never gonna hear back from him because I didn't do his second mission. So just get rid of that. And you are... That's only the second of 3. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Oh, never mind, actually. We will really quickly do this, and then that'll be the episode. Okay, you're done. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yes. Easy enough. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. My name is the Rad Man. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of PC Building Simulator, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!